our intro. This
Well,
episode is
it's
gonna be
time to hit
so
it.
out of pocket.
It's gonna
It's gonna
be,
be so
oh
out.
my God. Wait, we're so rusty. We haven't done this in a hot sec.
I'm like,
I'm like, like, I'm gonna leave this all in.
oh, absolutely.
Oh my God. Okay, whenever you're ready,
Okay.
you can
I
start. I know I look crusty right now, but it's okay. It's
like
been a
crusty,
day.
dusty, musty.
It's been a day.
Oh, I didn't even make a sound.
Didn't even make a sound.
Okay.
Are we ready?
Oh, that's fun water.
Oh my God, it's huge.
I mean,
That's the water I drink here. I'm not
why
joking.
is it? She said.
She said buddy yaddy.
Okay. Oh
Okay,
god, I
I
already
love
know
it.
my cheeks are gonna hurt after
I love we haven't even done the intro yet.
this. Here we go. We're about to do it.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Hey, roomies, and welcome back to another episode. I'm your co-host, Vanessa.
And I'm your other co-host, Catherine, and welcome back to another episode of Roommate Rewind.
Yes!
Yes! Zoom edition. Girl,
Sorry,
where
I
the hell
dabbed.
I'll dab with you.
We've been dabbing so much. I feel like I need
Oh
to
my
catch up
God.
on all the things that are in weirdly because we're weird. Like
Okay,
it's
okay. Well, I was gonna say, everybody's probably wondering, like, girl, where the hell have you two been?
where the fuck have we been? Yeah. Let's get it. We
Shy
didn't
girl.
mean it.
So I feel like we told everybody that I was going
I think
abroad,
we
right?
did. Yeah.
So it turns out
What
I'm
if
in
we
Italy.
didn't?
So if you didn't know, turns out I'm in Italy. Ooh, maybe if I forgot to mention that part, but I think I did. No, I
I
think
feel
we
as
did
if we
say I was
told
going
them.
abroad. I feel like we did.
Yeah. We might
But
not have
I
said when, but like
Right, right,
now.
right. So we took like a little month hiatus because it was winter break.
Yeah.
And then obviously I flew to Italy and then I had to get like adjusted. And now I think I've been here for 2 months
No,
already.
you haven't.
Yeah, it's been 2 months. Wait, I have like a countdown on my phone of like how long I've been here. I
Wow.
think, um, yeah, I think tomorrow will be 2 months from tomorrow that I've been here.
That's
So,
crazy. That makes sense though. Like when you actually think about it.
isn't
Sorry.
it crazy? There's no way. She was
My
like,
lips are really chapped.
crazy.
No way, girl.
But yeah, I know. I feel like this is the episode for not only us, but for the roomies to literally catch up
Seriously.
because it's
Yeah.
like, girl, where the hell have you been?
Right. Well, you're living in you're what, 6 hours ahead of us?
Yeah. So my time zone, so it's currently like what, 2:30 near you
Yeah.
in Boston. And for me in Florence, it is currently 8:30 p.m.
That's crazy. Tell me what
So
happens later.
it's boring. I'm not
It's boring.
no,
Same.
no, no.
Oh,
It's
it is
like
raining.
it honestly like it has like studying abroad, I feel like people think it's like go, go, go all the time, which like
Yeah.
it can be at times, but like I feel like during the week when you're like doing class, I mean, I'll get into this like all eventually, probably in this episode, but like it's during the week, it's very like a little boring, not like boring, but it can be like if you don't make like a plan or like a motion,
Yeah.
like it could be like some lazy days, especially when it
Right.
rains here. When it rains here, it's like California, like the world stands still.
No one
Like no
does
one knows.
anything.
Yeah, no one knows what to do with themselves.
Are they
But
showering?
no, no, no. I probably should mention that I'm currently like filming this episode in a bakery. So I feel like that's where like I'll jump right into. So the first
Yeah.
floor. So I live in an apartment in like this. It's called like the city center of Florence. So it's like the heart of the city. Like literally down my block, you like see the Duomo from my street, which is like the
Wow.
really famous like
Yeah.
building of Florence. For those
That's
who didn't
so
know. So it's
the
really cool.
uncultured.
It's really cool. Like to be like near such a historical landmark, whatever.
Seriously.
But it definitely has its pros and cons because now that it's like getting warmer out here, like nicer out, like the later months, it's so populated with tourists that
Yeah.
it's like the streets are crowded.
So how warm like is it there right now? What's been the temperature you'd say or the type of
So
weather?
right now it like kind of fluctuates, but it's still a little chilly. Like you definitely still need a jacket. Like it's not like full summer yet,
Yeah, right.
like bathing suit weather, like not at
Mhm.
all. I feel like in the mornings it's still pretty cold. It's about like 50s. It's about
Oh, okay.
50s, and then like late afternoon it could get really warm, so it'll be like 60s, 70s, but
Wow.
then it'll drop back down to like 50s at night. So like that's why
Yeah,
I'm literally in a hoodie right now because I'm like freezing.
right.
And we keep our apartment really cold, so
Nice.
we keep our apartment really cold. Um,
Love it.
so yeah, so I'm in the city center and I'm on like the top floor of my like building, but the
Ooh.
first floor, or like what they call like the ground floor here, because technically it's like ground floor, and then like they do first floor, second floor, third
Oh,
floor, whatever.
okay.
Um that's I guess how like Europe does it. Um
Interesting.
but the like ground floor of my apartment is actually like a restaurant, like bakery.
That's so cool though.
So it's actually really nice because we have like meal dollars here, and I
Mhm.
can use my meal dollars downstairs.
Oh,
So
that's
like in so like
perfect.
in the morning they do like coffee and like
Yeah.
croissants and like muffins and like whatever. So literally I just go downstairs and I'm like, and it's like
That's
on my
so
and it's on
cute.
my phone, and I'm like I
Now,
hand
is
them
it
my
hot coffee that you're getting?
yeah, yeah.
Wow,
But
look at
there are
you.
places that have like iced coffee,
Which is surprising because I've always been told, like, don't expect to ever, ever find a cup of iced
which is a
coffee. Like,
lie, which is a lie.
that's good to know. That's
Mhm.
very good to know, actually.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's
I was
definitely
definitely
some
wondering that.
there's definitely so like one of my favorite coffee shops has like a really good iced coffee.
Ooh.
Has a really good coffee shop, iced coffee. Like it's one of my favorite brunch spots too. Like we usually go there on like the weekends, like a chill weekend.
Yeah,
Um Here, because like they just have more like American style like brunch,
right.
kind of more like dinery-ish, but like not really.
That's so cute.
Um, but they have really
How
good.
much is it? Oh, sorry. I was just gonna ask how much is the cup of coffee, like roughly?
I mean, it really depends what you get.
Yeah,
It really depends what you get. Like,
but
if
it's
you
not
get
like United
something,
States.
oh my God, there's like a fly. I have
I
to kill
just
it.
saw something. I was like,
Yeah,
what is
it was a
that?
bug. Sorry. It was like a mosquito. Um, but if you get like a regular like hot coffee, it's maybe like a euro 20.
Wow.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? So like my coffee here, low key is kind of cheap. Like if I just get like a cappuccino, it's like 220, like
Wow, that's
euro.
awesome.
But they do have a Starbucks in Florence. So I have been there a couple times.
Are those the
Do
same prices as America?
similar to like
Yeah.
when you convert
Yeah.
it, but the one downside about the coffee here is like you have to think about it too, is like they take like consider coffee, like they enjoy coffee so differently than we do.
Mm.
Of theirs is like a either like a quick like, theirs is like a little shot of
I was gonna say they're
espresso, or
tiny.
like they're
Yeah.
small. So like even like the
Mhm.
iced coffee is like small.
Right. That sucks.
But like when I go to the Starbucks here, it's like a decent size, and I'm like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yes.
That's the
But
one.
it actually is funny because everybody here has already started talking about like their, like the expression like your last meal, like your prison food, like the last
Yeah,
meal you
yeah,
eat
yeah,
before you
yeah.
go to prison. We
Yeah.
literally have been talking about like our first meals of when we come back.
Aw.
Like we've already been talking about it because like there definitely is some stuff of like they don't have like in America like Chinese food.
Right.
Like that's not that's
A
not a
thing.
thing.
Yeah.
I mean, like
Interesting.
it is, but it's like very hard to come by, and it's a little bit
Right.
more expensive.
Like, are
Um,
you craving your Chipotle right now?
110%. Actually, I've had Mexican here. There's a surprisingly a lot of Mexican restaurants here,
Wow.
which is weird.
That's
Like
good.
we'll go a lot for like margaritas
Yeah.
and like tacos and stuff.
Hmm.
So, that's fun. Also, too, like the drinking age is 18.
Right.
So, it's
You're
just
more
so
than legal.
yeah, so it's just so embedded in their culture too of like
Right.
it's crazy too of we actually met a girl the other day who is from Milan and she like walked us,
Ooh.
but she like goes to school in Florence and she like walked us around the city and I like asked her about and she did like a semester or like I guess what's it called? Like an exchange program in the United
Oh,
States. So
yeah.
she's
Oh,
also been
cool.
to the States and like so she's compared like I was able to like ask her because
Yeah.
she knows about both.
Right.
Um and she was like, yeah, like you guys, she's like, I'll never understand like the drinking and like laws in the United States. Cause she
Yeah.
goes, it's crazy. She was like, and she brought up a good point. She was like, it's crazy how you can drive a car at 16, but you can't take your first sip of alcohol until 21,
Yeah. Right. Isn't that
which
wild?
is just weird because she goes, for us here, she's like, I could drive at 18. I think she said drive at 18, but like and like first sip of alcohol at 18, but like she's been drinking
Yeah.
since she was little because it's like so like in their culture of like
Right.
for them it's like you have a wine with dinner type thing.
Right.
Like
Interesting.
so
That's so cool.
it definitely has been interesting too of like when I first got here we landed in Rome. We didn't land in Florence and we
Hmm.
did like a travel week. Um
Yeah.
And so like one day we did like a wine tasting thing and like that was cool because we
That's
got to see like the
awesome.
difference in like the wine and like whatever.
Right.
Um and I mean, I don't think I'm a wine connoisseur, but
Really? Yeah.
no,
Oh,
wine tasting I feel like is hard.
really?
Yeah, I feel like it's something I personally am not good with.
It
But yeah,
didn't work with you. That is
but
so cool. Like, I just feel like there must be so many like culture shock things that you've been dealing with, or have there been? Like, or is it less than you
ooh,
thought?
I think it's less than I thought. Surprisingly, because I thought I was going to
Yeah.
be so culture shocked, but I
Right.
feel like where I'm from in the United States,
True. You're like my
and
people.
especially like my grandparents, like
Yeah.
this and especially even just in school, like I took Italian in high school and all
Hmm.
of this stuff we like learned about and like whatever, it's kind of stuff I already knew about. The culture
Right.
shock is like definitely seeing it all in person myself for the first time,
Hmm.
but it wasn't like the overall like shock because I'm like, oh, I've heard of these things, but like
Sure.
this all isn't like new to
It
me.
makes sense to me. I've heard of this.
But I mean, if you guys have been watching the Caddy Abroad vlogs on
Yes,
YouTube,
I love those.
I decided to make like a little sub series because we
Yeah.
weren't putting out episodes. So I was like, I
Right.
want the people to have something. And also like
Yeah.
I just wanted to document this experience for myself of
Right.
all the places I've like have been visiting. So if
Hmm.
you watch the Paris vlog, that was more of a culture shock to me going to Paris than
Right.
going to France than going to Italy
Yeah.
because I don't know a single ounce of French.
Yeah. Right.
It was funny, like I would go into like an Uber and I was like, grazie, grazie, and I'm like, oh no, merci, merci. And the guy would just laugh at me because
Like,
he knew
oh, Americans.
he like A knew I wasn't Italian. He knew I was American. So he would and he knew like we were in
Yeah.
France. So he was just like silly American. Like
This girl don't know where she is.
yeah, he was just like
Yeah,
he
you
was
need
just
help.
like get out of my car. He's like, we're at the destination. You could go now. Shoe fly. And I was like, I'm going.
What kind of cars do they drive? Like, what kind of cars do the Ubers have?
Honestly, nothing crazy.
Yeah.
Nothing
Interesting.
crazy. Hondas,
Oh, okay. I was wondering
the
if it's like Dubai where they're all like Tesla taxis or
no,
something.
no, no.
Yeah.
Very it's very funny. Like the cars here are either like a shit box or they're
Hmm.
like decently nice. Like they're like
Yeah.
but nothing crazy. Like everybody's big Vespas here. Vespas are very big here.
Yeah.
The little scooters, like the electric
Yeah.
scooters.
The only
Which
reason I
I
know that word is from The Bachelor this season. I learned what
what
a
the
Vespa was
Vespa?
because of this season on The Bachelor. I
You
did not
never
know. I knew they were, I just call them like little doohickeys, like this, just a little a motorbike.
I would have thought motorcycle at least. Like I did like a
Doohickey.
doohickey. Oh my God, wait, so you guys have been, so tell me a little bit about like what you've been doing at Endicott since
About the home
I've been
life.
gone. Yeah.
we we do a lot of things in like a massive group now, which is nice. And the main thing we're doing right now is watching The Bachelor every week. And it comes out on Mondays, but it lags and breaks down every time we try and watch it live. So we just watch it on Tuesdays instead. And so we have like our Bachelor Tuesday nights. And what we did was we put every contestant's name in a hat. And then we like just randomly like picked a name. And that was like your assigned
Oh, okay.
girl,
I was gonna
basically.
ask how you guys decided you were gonna pick who
Yes.
gets who. Because like
Yeah, it was
obviously right away you could tell like who's in favor of like
100%. So
others.
that's why we did it completely anonymously. And we picked into a hat and got our names and stuff. And now there's only 3 girls left. I honestly forget who's still in. I'm out. I had one of the drama queens, so she's been long gone.
Mm.
But it's so cool to watch. And I didn't know that because I knew nothing about The Bachelor. This is my first season watching it. So
I've
no, I didn't know that they went to different countries, like anything like that.
I don't watch it consistently.
Yeah,
So I feel like I haven't watched it from like an early season. I don't know, I just
right.
was never able to get hooked on it.
No, me neither,
But
which is so weird because I love my reality TV shows and like
oh,
dating
so do
shows and
I.
stuff. Exactly. But I never watched The Bachelor. And I'm very glad I did. I'm like hooked now. I follow all the favorite girls on TikTok. Like I love them all. But I don't know. That's kind of all we've really been doing. Nothing else is too crazy. The weather's shitty. It's just raining all day, every day.
And I know we've either have like really clear weeks or like it's been raining, pouring,
Yeah.
thunderstorm, like not thunderstorming. I feel like that's exaggerating.
That's
Um
aggressive.
it's aggressive. But no, so I was like so upset that when I found out you guys were watching The Bachelor, I was like, "Oh, I want to do that." And
Yeah.
so I was going to try and like watch it with you guys like here
Yeah.
to just kind of stay in the loop.
Mhm.
But I can't watch it because I'm not in like the US region.
Which is crazy to me. So does that mean
Yeah.
all of Europe can't watch The Bachelor? Like, why do they
Hmm.
do that?
Well, so they have like The Bachelor like Europe. Like where like it's kind of like
Oh,
how they have like the like Europe Dancing with the Stars or like
yeah,
like
yeah,
that
yeah.
type of like
Okay.
stuff. Um
Oh.
well, it's actually really interesting of especially with like streaming services here, they don't have like Hulu. Like Hulu's not a
Oh.
streaming service in Europe. So everything that's like on Hulu, the two major like streaming platforms that like at least Italy has is Netflix and Disney Plus.
Those are the
So
two best ones though. So
Netflix, well, Netflix I feel like in the US has kind of like flopped recently.
that's true
Like it's been
actually.
so bad. Vanessa, I'm
Yeah.
not even telling you, Netflix here has every show you can think of.
That's fantastic. Like, thank God
Every,
you at least have
and it's
that.
honestly so nice because it's like
Yeah.
that's the one thing I love about here. It's like you're not paying for 4 million TV subscriptions.
Right.
Like
That's wicked nice.
I feel like in the US, you don't realize until like coming here like how many TV subscriptions we actually
Yeah.
pay for. Like on my bar, like my Chrome bar or whatever of like
Mhm.
my tabs, like I have so many TV subscriptions that I'm not currently using and it makes me like I mean I know my family is like using them whatever, but like it
Yeah.
makes me mad that I'm like, "Oh my God, why are we paying for
Right.
5 different like subscriptions when we only need
Seriously.
two?"
Right.
We only need two. So
Yeah.
like literally Friends is on Disney on Netflix, Friends is on Netflix,
Wow.
Gossip Girl, like all the shows that they took off the US Netflix
Right.
are still on like the
Okay.
Europe Netflix.
Okay.
So like
That's good.
all of those like really good shows like The Office, like so I know
Oh, wow.
everybody here has been just like rewatching shows that they took off the US
Got it.
Netflix.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um but back to like The Bachelor because I was like, oh, I can't watch The Bachelor because it's
Mhm.
only on like I think Hulu here or whatever.
Yeah.
Um, I was like, oh, I need a show. So I was talking. So my apartment has 21 girls, which I
Which is,
also feel like I should mention.
yeah, that's
So,
a lot
which
of people.
again has its pros and cons.
Right.
Has
That's
its
like a
pros and
classroom.
has its pros and cons.
Oh, of
And
course.
there's 6 girls who, including myself, there's 6 of us who live in my room, like
Hmm.
alone in the within the apartment.
Yeah.
Um, but I was talking to like some of the girls in my apartment one night making dinner, and someone was like, "Oh, you should watch Love is Blind." So I
Oh,
was
is
like,
that what you're into?
yes, yes. So I was like, you know what? I'll give it a try. I finished the first like 8 episodes that were out in a day. In a
Oh
day.
my
I
God.
just
Of the
binge
current
watched it
season?
of the current season, season 6
Mhm.
of the
Yeah.
current season, finished it in a day.
Holy shit.
And so then now it comes out every Wednesday.
Yeah.
So it's so funny, like everybody in my apartment watches it. We watch it like all like on
Oh,
our
that's
own,
so
but then we
fun.
then we talk about it at the same time. So
Yeah,
then a
right.
girl who actually lives in my room, my actual room, we watch it together at the same time on both our computers with our
Oh,
headphones
that's
in, and we
so
press play at
cute.
the same time, and then we'll look up. We sit like our beds are like across from each other, and we'll look
Yeah.
up and we'll be like
That's
and we'll just like we'll
so
like
fun.
commentate through the whole thing. So like it's finding like those little fun things that definitely
Yeah,
have
right.
make like I
Totally.
said during the week, like those boring days like more exciting.
Yeah, totally. Well, I think it's
But
nice that like so that means you don't really need like the HBO, the Hulu, because if it's all
yeah,
on Netflix and then
yeah.
whatever, but that does talk about The Bachelor, but I feel like it's also all my TikTok can talk about, so I'm sure you could just find as many things
Yeah,
as
I'm
you
sure if
want.
I looked it up on TikTok, I could probably find a whole recap of the
Exactly.
season. But
I'm sure.
it
I'm
also
sure.
another funny thing here is, so I don't know if it's just for like my school or like how this works, but the education, I mean, I knew the education in Italy is much different than it is in the States.
Yeah.
Um, but for me anyway, I literally was talking to my mom and I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna go back to regular school next semester
Really? Is it that
because
different?
this has felt like a vacation.
Wow.
Which is why people are like, "Oh my God, study abroad," like, oh,
Yeah,
like a dream, but it's
right.
not, it just feels kind of like I'm on summer vacation already.
Sure. Like doing a little bit of summer work here and there, but
Yeah,
like nothing
yeah, and
crazy.
then, like, going to school is kind of like going to work, like, going to work for,
Yeah.
like, a couple hours,
Wow.
because so my current schedule right now is I am taking a total, like, this semester of 5 classes,
Yeah.
but they break things down into like weekly sessions.
Okay,
So
that's
technically
cool.
I'm on session 2 already out of like
Hmm.
3. Out of 3. So session 1 was like my first 2 months here. So when we first got here, I took like 1 week long class that was like our travel week. So like that was a 3 credit course. So that was one course. So that was my one
That's
course. Done.
crazy.
Done.
Wow.
Yeah, so it was really cool. It was a lot. We were exhausted.
I was gonna say,
Um
I feel like, is it true that the like, travel week was like the most exhausting part of this whole thing so far?
Exhausting.
Yeah.
Exhausting. Because it literally is, you're traveling, going to, we did like
Right.
3 days in Rome, then we did like little towns leading up to Florence, like driving up to
Uh-huh.
Florence by bus. And there was 40 of us from school who studied
See,
abroad
that's a
for
lot.
Italy.
Like you need your social battery, I feel like 24/7. That can be a
Mhm.
lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're like like living out of a suitcase for a week.
Right.
You're like living out of a suitcase for a week, like a suitcase and a backpack, like stuffed to the brim for a week. You're waking up at like 7 a.m. and not getting back till maybe like 11:30 at night.
Whew.
And then you got to shower. And then think about it too, you also have homework every day that you have to submit by the end of the day.
Oh.
So you also had to get that in. And then once travel week was over, we had a week to do our like final exam, like our final paper, which was like our final
Oh, okay.
exam. And then
Yeah.
we had to like go in for one day to do like our oral exam, which is
Hmm.
basically like you met up with the professor and she kind of just quizzed you about like everything we learned during travel week.
Right. Okay.
So, but it was like, it was nice finally getting here and not feeling like a tourist anymore, of like we were finally able to like settle,
Right.
because we were wearing like those touristy like little radios that have like the ear
Oh, yes,
infant.
like the self-guided
uh,
toys.
yeah, like we were wearing, because our um guide was wearing like a microphone that they talk
Mhm.
into, and
So
then
you could
we all
hear
had
them
hear, yeah,
individually.
yeah, as we were walking.
I
But
see.
that
That's
was
cool
nice to get
though.
rid of those, because by hour 8
Seriously.
your ear was like in pain. Your ear wasn't, because you're wearing the headphones all day.
I can't imagine how also the talker person feels for talking for 8 hours straight.
Right.
That's also gotta be like, ugh.
Yeah. So that was crazy, but that was one class already. And then My class, when I first got here, it's called a 3-week intensive. So it's 3 weeks, Monday through Friday, every single day.
Is it intense?
And it's a 3-hour course every single day. It's 3 hours. So that's the
And it's the
class.
same thing every
It's the
day.
same thing every day. And
Mm-mm.
you take that for 3 weeks. You get like homework and like assignments or whatever, and then
Mhm.
like a test at the end, and then just
And
like
is
a
that the
test.
only thing you're doing right now? Is this 3-week intensive
No,
thing?
so I finished that already. So
Oh, oh, oh.
that was like my
Phase one.
first that was like my first month here.
Oh, okay.
First month here was the travel week and the 3-week like course.
Mm,
So that's 2 courses already done.
yeah.
And then I take 3 other courses. So currently right now, I'm in session 2 technically. So
Yeah.
I've taken 2 courses, but they're both only once a week. So I currently only have class right now Monday and Thursday, which is really nice. So those are the
Wow.
only days I have classes. I have Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday off, and then
That's
Saturday, Sunday,
awesome.
obviously. Saturday,
Yeah.
Sunday, obviously. And it's both my classes, I get really lucky, are both in the mornings, Mondays and Thursdays from
Yeah.
8. The earliest class here is 8:45.
Okay, that's not bad.
So it's 8:45 to like 12.
Hmm.
So it's like 3-ish hours long,
And then you're done.
and then I'm done for the day.
Hmm.
And then I'm done for the day. But then the third session, so in a couple weeks, so in 2 weeks I believe I start it. I start my 3-week session again. I start session 3, which is still the same 2 courses, but then I start another 3-week intensive. So it's those 2 classes on
On
Mondays and
top
Thursdays on top of a class
of.
every single day from 12 to
Okay.
3.
Oh, wow. Okay. So a couple days a week, you'll be like that 9 a.m. to
Mm-hmm.
3 p.m. thing. I
Mm-hmm.
see.
It's gonna be
That's
like
a
a high
lot.
school day.
Right.
It's
Seriously. I was just
it's
gonna
gonna be like a
say,
high school day.
that's long. I was actually
Yeah.
thinking of that today. I'm like, no way my earliest class is at 11. And I'm like, oh God, like how did I start
Yeah,
school at 7 a.m. at one point in my life? There's
I
no
know.
way I used to do that.
I know. I
God.
wake up at 7:30 here because it's like a 15-minute walk to class
Wow.
to
And you
get
like
to
walk
in the
everywhere.
morning.
Like,
Yeah.
do you
And
take
we
a
walk.
bus or anything? You just
No, no,
walk.
no. Just walk.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just walk. If we leave the city, like if we leave Florence, and we
Mhm.
travel within Italy, we take the train.
Oh,
We
okay.
take the train.
Yeah.
But if like we're going anywhere, just like on the daily, we walk. We
Mhm.
walk. I want to rent one of those like scooter things, but
You
I
need to rent a
haven't.
doohickey. That'd be so fun.
Well, I can't do a Vespa. I can't drive a Vespa.
Why?
I'm not allowed.
Why?
I don't know. I also am kind of scared to drive a Vespa. Like, I don't know the rules of the road.
Oh, well, I guess don't you need a
It's like
motorcycle
trying,
license if you have a motorcycle?
well,
Like, isn't that?
In the States,
Yeah, so I'm like, maybe
not in
it's a different
Europe.
thing. Like,
Not
I
in
don't
Europe.
know.
I mean, technically I could drive one if I want, but like I would never drive it in the city. I would definitely do like a countryside
Yeah, true. It's just
so
like the one little thing on the road.
yeah. They have like Vespa countryside like tours where like it's program
That's
it's
fun.
like trips, like day trips
Yeah,
that'll take you to like outside the city center and like
you
these
need to
like
do that.
things, and they'll do like a Vespa tour. I don't know if I'll do that. It's
Yeah,
kind of scary. Like people have like really bad accidents with that stuff.
yeah, that's
So,
true.
I
Yeah, I
mean, we'll
guess
see.
so. That's
Well,
so cool though. Like, I can't get over. I'm very surprised that you didn't have much culture shock. That was like my main question. But yeah,
hmm
like I'd be like, what do you do after classes? Just
just depends on the day.
yeah.
Depends on the day. Honestly, I personally keep it really chill and laid back because I find when I go out and I like do stuff, I spend a lot of money.
Yeah,
Because I feel like I shop a lot in my free time
true.
here, and I'm usually not a
Mhm.
shopper in the States, but here, like
It's different.
I'm just like, when in Europe,
Serious.
my bank account.
Oh, that's so fun though. Like I can't get over that. Like you're in
Yeah.
a different country right now. That's so weird. Like I don't even
Sometimes
know what
I
to ask because I don't know what it's like.
sometimes I forget. I'm like, honestly,
Yeah.
I'm like, there's no way I'm like over here and everybody else is over here. Like,
Seriously. Wait, so I know you just booked, like, what you do is go on like little weekend trips from time to time, like,
mhm,
because like apparently flying from country to country in Europe is cheap. So like I know you just booked a trip to what, Croatia?
yeah.
How much was that flight? Like,
So so we're not doing a flight, we're actually doing a bus. Like it's like a bus trip.
oh, okay.
So, um, I mean, I can do a whole episode on this or like a separate like Caddy Abroad video also like going more
Yeah.
into detail about this.
Yeah,
But
like the little mini travel things.
yeah, but so basically like flights are super cheap here, but the problem is, especially out of Florence, is like certain airports are so small that a lot of
Mm-hmm.
times like it gets tricky because the flights are cheap, but then when you think about it, like you have to take a train to a different like city to fly out of
Yeah.
their airport to
Yeah.
then like fly that way. So it's like when you
Right.
consider like the train ticket with the flight, like
Totally.
in total,
Yeah.
like it gets a little expensive.
Mhm.
But how I've been booking all of my trips is I actually book it through like a second party like company. So
Yeah.
there's like a bunch of companies, and I'll make like maybe a whole separate video like talking more in depth
Yeah.
about this. Um, but there's like a separate smaller company that actually works with students who study abroad, and they basically take care of the transportation and the like housing for you.
Oh,
So
that's
like
awesome. Like they
so in
kind of book it for
yeah,
you
so
or
they book it for you. Like they book that stuff for you. So like you're
yeah.
guaranteed like a ride there and a place to stay. And
Do
like
you have to
sometimes
pay them
and
too?
yeah, and like sometimes a meal and like sometimes a meal.
Uh-huh.
Um like usually like breakfast is like included in like these hostels and stuff. And it's also nice
Yeah.
because like instead of doing your own research and like maybe staying in like a sketchier hostel, you're staying in like a
Yeah.
safer place because these companies have been there
They
before.
know. Yeah. Right.
They've been there before, they've done this, like,
Yeah.
especially when I went to Paris, like, a big thing was, like, for me, if I went by myself and, like, doing the research myself, was, like, how the hell am I not gonna know, like, this hostel doesn't have bed bugs, which is, like, a huge thing in Paris.
Real. Oh,
So,
scary.
yeah, so, like, this
Oh, I've
hostel
heard of that. I feel like I
mhm.
saw that on TikTok.
Yeah,
Yes. Oh
so, like, it
my.
was nice that, like, I went with this company and, like, the girls, like, they, like, guarantee you, they're like, "We've been
Yeah.
to this one before, like, we've had no problems." They're like, "Obviously
Mhm.
still be, like, really careful and safe, but, like, you're going to a place that you feel a little bit better." Because like,
Totally.
obviously, if these girls have been here before, like,
Mhm.
you're not in as much, like, worry, which is
Yeah.
nice. So, yeah, I've been booking most of my trips with, like, a second party company,
Mhm.
which is really nice, and then the day trips I kind of been doing on my own just by train and, like,
Yeah. Right.
exploring Italy, but, I mean, I am flying when my family gets here at, like, the end of April. We're going to Amsterdam.
Oh, that's cool.
So
That's gonna be
that I'm excited about. That will be,
yeah,
like, flying just, like, me and my family, not through,
right.
like, another company. So
Totally.
that will be really interesting.
Oh, yeah.
That that'll be definitely really interesting, but I'm excited.
Amsterdam will be so cool. I feel that's
Mhm.
an awesome place to travel.
Yeah.
You should keep like a you should buy like a map of Europe and like do the thing where you color in all the places you've been to or like put a tag on the
So,
places you've been to, like and
girl,
frame it or something.
I'm way ahead of you.
You're on it. You're
So
on it.
I looked up a website because I'm not very like hands-on crafty like that.
Yeah.
So I looked up a website that does that and it actually
It
does it. You
does
can,
it for you.
yeah, and it does it for you. If you just enter in every single, like it gives you the map and then you just click on the like places you've been and
Yeah.
it just highlights it for you and like you can like color
That's
code it,
so
whatever. So
cool.
I might print that out at the end, but I feel like
You have
honestly, I haven't been like that many like places. Like I've done like
But
just
you're not
mostly
done
like
yet.
Italy.
Yeah. But
I
still,
don't
you're
know.
not done yet. If anything, you could
Yeah.
also just print out a thing of Italy and
Right.
pin
And
the
just do it
places
then.
in Italy that you've gone
Hmm.
to. That's cool too. Might
Yeah,
as well. The shape of Italy's fun.
but definitely for my Caddy Abroad fans, we have a couple more trips going. So probably by the
Oh
time
my
this
God.
episode comes out, I'll be broke.
Didn't you already go to Milan though? Or am I making that
No,
up?
I haven't been to Milan yet. I've been to
Maybe it's
Pisa.
just because that's where, isn't it Fashion Week? Or was that last week?
No, it was a couple weeks ago. The
Dang
tickets,
it.
I wanted to go during Fashion Week. The tickets were so expensive.
I was gonna say they
The
probably made them
tickets
so much more
the
expensive.
tickets were so expensive.
Hmm.
And I was like thinking about it and I'm like, probably because there's gonna be so many celebrities and like stuff
Oh,
going on with like the
100%.
shows or whatever. There's
Yeah,
probably
people
gonna
are
be like
going just
so
to
much
find them.
stuff like closed and like then you'd
Yeah,
have to wait on a line for everything. So I'm just going like a random
totally.
old weekend,
Yeah, that is so
but that'll be
fun.
fun. Beep.
Ugh.
Anyway, on to
Part
next
two.
on to next segment. Should we play our game?
Yes, you told me you had a fun game for me. I'm excited.
Okay, wait, I don't know if it's that fun. It might be a little corny, like cringy, but I was like, what game could we play? Well, I'm all the way over here, you're all the way over there. So
A talking game.
I came up with like a little stupid game
Fun.
of place. So basically, let me put it on the screen and then I'll kind of explain it. So,
Oh, you can put it on the screen.
okay, so this is called
OMG.
this is called Florence or Not.
This is so cute.
Insert little like clapping
No,
sound of children. Yeah.
yeah, but no.
Okay.
He died.
So basically how Florence or Not is gonna work is how the game works. So I'm gonna show you a photo and
Okay.
it's gonna be from somewhere I visited. So it's either from
Oh,
Florence, like it's either a picture I took in Florence or a picture I took while I was like traveling. So you
okay.
basically have to guess like Florence or not Florence. So,
Where would it be if it's not Florence, the United
well,
States?
I'll tell you, no, no, no. It'd be like somewhere like around the world that I've traveled recently.
Oh, so it's
So,
regardless, it's not near me.
yeah, not at all near you. So,
Oh God, okay.
I want to see like how well like you would get it. Like literally it's
Oh
just
God,
guessing. So,
I'm
all right.
so bad at the
So it's
world.
wait, it's gonna start really easy. I decided to
Oh,
start you off really easy and then there's only five too. Like it's really quick.
are you
Um,
sure it's not that
yeah.
bad?
I promise you the first one's really easy.
Okay, watch me like not know it.
No, the first one's really easy and you literally just say like yes or no.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay. So here's the first one. Photo number one. Is this Florence or not?
I don't think so. Is
Vanessa.
that the Colosseum?
It is.
Yes, which is
Is
in Rome.
yay! 1 point, Vanessita.
That's probably the only point I'm gonna
Oh my god, yes, that is the Colosseum. It is in Rome.
get. And
So
you took
this
that.
I did take this picture. This
Wow.
was one of my first days in Italy. This was like one of the first days of travel week. Like the first place we went was the
That's what
Colosseum.
I thought.
And
Okay.
it was freezing in the morning
Oh,
because that
really?
huge building was literally like blocking all
Blocking the
of the
sun.
sun.
Oh, that sucks.
Blocking all the sun, and it's a cement building, like not cement or like what is it, limestone or whatever the hell. Um, but it
Like
was
random
really
Minecraft materials.
but it was really cool. But it was definitely cold in the morning. And then as it got to like the afternoon, it like warmed up, but it was still
That's
really cold when we first
awesome.
got here. But
Did you
yes,
get to
good
go
job.
inside?
Hell yeah, we did.
Fabulous.
I'll insert maybe like a photo on like this side or wherever under of a picture of me in it. Okay.
Fun.
Next photo. All right. Is this Florence or not? Bonus points if you know what this building is.
Would I like have I heard of this building?
Yes.
It's giving either where did
Uh-oh.
where's the
Choose your
Mona
words
Lisa?
carefully.
Where's the Mona Lisa?
I can't tell you that yet.
I feel like she's near this place. And I don't think the Mona Lisa is in Florence.
Oh, Vanessa, geography is not your forte.
I know. That's why I'm
But
so gonna be so bad.
that's why I love this game because I'm like testing your knowledge.
I feel like this has got to be somewhere. But when I think of Florence, I think of this color building with like that burnt orange type ceiling. So I'm like, that has to be Florence, but for some reason, Miss Lisa is in my But I'm gonna go with, I think I'll say that this isn't. Is it in Florence?
It is in Florence. So this is the
Yes.
Duomo. This is the Duomo.
Oh, the fancy building right next to you.
Yes. So this is
Okay.
like the famous church that is
Oh, it's a
like
church. Okay. I was gonna say, what is it?
That Florence is known for. And I'll insert
Okay.
a picture or video of us here, me and Maisie, who was on the podcast previously. We climbed the steps of the Duomo, and the church also has like a bell tower. Vanessa, I've never been
Oh,
more
is that what that
exhausted.
was?
I've never been more
Mm.
exhausted in my life. It was
Okay.
doing
I know what
both
you're
of
talking about now.
doing both of them in the same day, but I'll insert definitely a video like somewhere of
Mhm.
that was so cool. Definitely
That's
climbing to
so
the
pretty.
top. So definitely if you're in Florence, check that out. But yes, this is like down the block from where I live.
Okay. I'm so
So
proud
yeah,
of myself.
this is the famous
Uh,
Duomo that like Florence is
yeah.
known for. Okay, next
That's like
photo.
so. Oh,
Photo
oh,
number 3.
oh. I know what that thing is. Fuck, where is it?
This is also, I feel, technically another easy one, but
No, I know. This is so easy because I know what that is. I like completely know
what
what
is
that
it?
is. The
Hmm.
Amazing Race people have gone here before.
Race people. I can't.
That is not in Florence. It's not in Florence. I think it's in.
Correct. Yay.
But what's it called?
Well, it's like one of the arcs, like one of the famous arcs.
Yeah.
Um, don't want to like mispronounce the actual name of it,
Mm.
but it's the arc that was built right next to the Colosseum.
Okay.
So this
They
is
are
also
near
in
each
Rome.
other.
So this is
Yes.
also in Rome. Like literally, I'm not even
Rome.
joking. They're like 20 feet
Okay.
away from each other.
Oh, fun. Okay.
So this is also in Rome.
The
There's a
Arch
lot of
of Constantine.
yes, Constantine's his name.
Nice.
Big king.
I would have never thought of that, but it sounds familiar. In Italian,
Yes.
it is the Arco di Constantino.
Molto bene. Va
Okay.
bene. All right, andiamo. All right. So this picture I included because I know you love your stuffed animals.
Oh my God, I love
Um,
them.
so I got this picture and I was waiting to show it for you, but I knew we were playing this game, so I included it
Oh
in
my
this one. But
goodness.
the real question, is it in Florence or not?
This is hard because there's no like landmark. It's like teddy bears
This is
at a
this is where
diner.
it starts getting a little harder. This is
Oh
where the
God.
game's gonna pick up a little bit. We have one more after this, so that's really it.
I
Zoom
might want
in.
to guess because there's like plants, those same like type of not like brick, but like stone archway and like all that orange lighting inside. It's giving very much like Florence where I've seen you at, but I don't know for sure. Obviously, I have no idea. But I'm gonna just guess Florence.
Yes, it's in
Really?
Florence. Yes, so it's one of
It's
the
just giving like
little
a local place you've been to.
yeah, it literally that's exactly it. It's a restaurant I pass or like kind of
Wait,
bakery.
is this the one where you asked the guy for a balloon?
No.
Oh, okay.
Different place.
Okay.
Um, this is one of the like little cafes that I pass on my way to school in the morning. And I walked past it during one of my classes and I was like, why is there two teddy bears sitting outside having like a cup of coffee? And so it's so
It's a sign
cute.
that I'm near.
It's so cute. And I thought, and it was around Valentine's Day when I did take this picture. So I thought it was like for
Oh,
Valentine's Day. And I was like, oh, like a bear couple, like out on a date, like
mm,
promoting Valentine's Day, whatever.
that's adorable.
But they actually keep them out like all the time, like every day.
Even when
And
it
then
rains.
no, when it rains, they put them inside.
Oh,
When it
okay.
rains, they put them inside, but like on a nice day, like they're always out. They're always out, like at the
That's so
tables, which
adorable.
is so cute. And I feel like they must be like tied down somehow to these chairs because I'm like, how have people not stolen
Mhm.
them?
Right, because if I
Like,
was
I
there,
hate,
they'd be gone.
like, I hate to be that person who thinks so negatively, but I'm like, those bears would be gone, like, realistically. Like, in the
Oh,
States, forget about
100%.
it. Those would be gone.
I'd buy a new
Um,
suitcase just to fit it in.
yeah, but yes, that was in Florence. Okay,
They're
second to last photo.
adorable. Ooh, she's so pretty. That's so pretty. Now, this isn't giving the same type of architecture that I have been seeing of Florence. but I don't know where else it would be.
This is like your like criminal justice side, like
I'm like
interrogation.
zooming in, looking at the
Yeah.
people.
Interrogation side, like kicking in.
Right? I am learning about prison architecture right now.
Are you really? No way. That's so cool.
Sure. It's very cool. Hmm. I feel like it's giving Italy, but like not Florence.
I mean, the game is Florence or not. So it could be Italy or it could not be.
It looks different than the other ones that have been Florence, so I'm gonna say it's not Florence.
That is correct. So you're good at this.
Really?
You're good at this. So this is when I was in Paris.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so this is like one of the little cafes that we passed like
Yeah.
every day. It's like I think a really famous cafe. I didn't eat there, but it looked so cute, so I took a picture of it.
It is so pretty.
Because I love the architecture too.
The lighting, everything is so
Paris definitely is very glamorous. So
Mhm.
especially at night, like they just have a way of like making the lighting and everything
Yeah.
like look so nice.
Yeah.
But we actually did try to eat there and they had reservations booked all the way to like
Wow.
months in advance. So
I
unfortunately we didn't
know.
eat there. But yeah, this was in Paris. All right, I
I
think
was gonna
this
say
is
Paris has like cleaner architecture, not
yeah,
like Florence is just more like orange,
it's
like more
definitely
like
it's definitely a different style.
yeah.
But all right, I think
So
this sorry, I
beautiful.
didn't change this is the last one, but I didn't change it to photo number 6, but I meant to. So just cross that off, put a
Oh,
6.
that's okay. Is this famous?
No.
It's
Or
very pretty.
at least I don't think so.
It's like taking a golden hour selfie.
Well, that's why I loved it. I was like, oh, insert that song where it's like,
Seriously.
oh my God, stop me singing.
I'm gonna say it's either like a cool landmark. It's either like a cool landmark in Florence, but I'm gonna say it's not in Florence.
Correct. Oh my
No,
God, wait,
did
you
I
did
get
so good.
all right?
You got them all right.
That's shocking. I truly thought I would fail.
Wait, so this is also in Paris.
Yes, okay, because it's giving
this
the
was
same
also
vibe.
yeah, this was also in Paris. I didn't know if I was gonna trick you because they were like, oh, she did Paris the last one.
I know. Well, that was a thought.
But this was also Paris. We did like a river cruise. And I just thought that building was really pretty because we did the river cruise during sunset.
It's
So like the
stunning.
light was just like hitting it, and I was just like
Mhm.
I was like,
That's so
gotta
beautiful.
get it.
No, it looks so good. It looks like one of the castles in my town, to be honest with you. Like one of the old.
Damn. Yeah, no, it was just really pretty, so I took a picture of it. I feel like it's a hotel. It looks like a hotel
Ooh,
to
that'd be
me,
cool.
but I'm not sure exactly what that building is. I don't think it's like one of like the famous like monument like buildings. Um,
That's
but yeah,
beautiful.
it looked really pretty, so
And so you're like in the water right now, this
yeah, I
picture?
was on a boat. I was on a boat.
Mhm.
Like I was on like one of those large like ferry boats
Yeah, yeah,
that like
yeah.
have
That
all
is
like the
so
millions of seats for
cool.
tourists with like their phones like
Yeah.
that was me.
It's
That
like, what's
was
that
me.
TikTok trend right now with what's the guy? Oh, I was like, where'd it go?
Oh yeah,
Like,
I
what was his
stopped
name?
putting them.
Vincent. Vincent, you shouldn't have. And he's like,
I don't know that. I don't know that actually.
I don't know if that's his name, but like Alex Earl and Braxton like recreated it. Like,
Oh, they did? Oh my God, I'll have to look for it.
it has to be Vincent. I feel like that's the name.
Couldn't tell you.
Interesting. You need to look it up.
Couldn't
That
tell
was so fun though.
you. But yeah, so that was my game.
That
I
was the
did
funnest game ever.
I'm glad you liked it. Maybe we'll do a second rounds on
I'm just proud of
another
myself that I
episode.
got them all right.
Should maybe if people like this one, like they
Yeah.
like us
If
not
I
knowing
lost out, I'm
anything
like,
about
fuck this
geography.
game.
People are like, that shit was dumb.
No. If I was bad
Um,
at it, then I would think it was dumb, but I was good at it, so therefore I liked it.
mood. Oh my God.
You saw, but I sent a TikTok in the group chat, and it was like packing up like in slow motion, like flinging your back over your shoulder, like class was so hard, as if I didn't just play Wordle Global Sudoku.
Yeah. No, like I definitely do like my daily games. Like I do my
Oh
daily
yeah.
check-ins.
Oh yeah. That's our newest thing. You need to start playing Global if you haven't been.
What is that?
It's so fun. It's just like it's the same New York Times game, but you click on the globe, guess any country, and it lights up different shades of red based on how close you are to the right country. And it's hard some
Oh my
days. Like
God.
it's really
Wait.
hard.
I'd be
Today I think
really
I got it in like 8 or 9. The country was Mozambique, however you say it, in Africa. Yeah.
Oh my God.
And you see how long you can go before you search like a map to be like, okay, where the fuck is the right answer?
Yeah. No, that definitely would
But
be me. I would be that girl who like sent it in. Like I looked it up and then I was like, guys, I got it in too.
got into bitch.
Got it in too, and everybody's like, oh, how did she know that? And I'm like, I don't know. Oh, guys. Oh no,
Look at
that's
my
so
cute
funny.
little. Look at what my friend's calendar is today.
Oh,
Adorbs.
is that when they're playing the game and Ross flips the coin and they're like,
Yep.
and he's like, okay, someone call it this time.
Yeah, yeah.
That's such
It
a
was
mood.
actually really funny. For class today, I had to create a Google survey with my own questions about like literally anything, but it had to all be about the same thing. So what do? Obviously, Friends theme. So I have to start really to sort of making my 5 questions. And then for the multiple choice answers, I forgot how to spell Phoebe. And literally the only way
B
that
is in
made me know
Phoebe, H is in Evie. Evie, B is
O
in
is in
Evie, E is O is in Ob, E is in Evie.
B is in BB, E is in
hello, mate.
So I was like, why is that the way I know how to spell her name, not the normal person way? I'm like, am I just part Phoebe? Am I like a freak?
Oh, that's so funny.
But yes, I was like cracking myself up.
You definitely, I could so see you just like in the corner.
Oh, 100%. Because we're also have been playing a lot of photo roulette as a friend
I
group.
love that game. I love that
and
game.
also Among Us.
You know, I can't even say anything. I was playing Club Penguin today.
Yeah, right.
I can't even say anything.
And Hannah had like forgotten how to play, and so she joined for the very first time.
Oh God.
The girls were like, "Oh my God! Like, who's the? What do they call? Like, it's not the killer. It's what are they called?
Oh, what is it? The murderer?
It's called something like not as violent." But
yeah.
Hannah was like, "It's not me." And she looks down and she's like,
She definitely does not have like a straight face.
"Oh, Hannah!" I was like, "You're full of shit."
It starts giggling. It's not me.
Oh my God, it's truly so funny.
No,
But
that's great.
that was that. I'm trying to think what else is like kind of exciting over here. Again, not much, but we just did I tell you that we had a social psych experiment that I had to conduct outside of class, and
What?
I got very real looking fake $100 bills, and my thing was to like drop them as I was walking by people on campus.
I've heard of this one.
Kept it, like said something to me or ignored it, whatever. You'd be oh my God, this bunny keeps breaking. You'd be surprised
Stop
the
playing with the
amount of time.
You're like
You'd be
fidgeting with the bunny.
I need something to fix it with. The amount of times someone was just like, Vanessa.
Like just took it.
Mhm.
Interesting.
We got a lot of them on video, so I'm gonna compile an iMovie
Oh
and
my
put it
God.
together.
That'd be
Yeah.
really funny.
And one girl, because like every social psych class has to do this, and obviously, and you could pick a legit anything, but this is what our
Right.
group chose to do. One girl looked at it because she was with a friend. She goes, "This is definitely for a social psych experiment," and I was like, "Ah,
Girl, yeah, get my 100 back."
One of the kids in my group was like, "Isn't she a pocket full of?" Oh god, it was so funny. Like we
Uh,
truly had the best time watching people. It was awesome.
if she
Oh my
knew it was
god.
for the experiment, I would have played along.
Oh, me too.
I would have fully became an
Ooh.
actress. I would have been like,
Oh, 100%.
I don't know what role I would have taken. Like, would I have taken like the, oh, I'm gonna take this for myself, or like, would I have done like, you dropped this?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I don't
A
know.
teacher walked by. A teacher walked by and she was like, "Oh, hon, I think you dropped a little bit." She looks down. She goes, "A lot of money." I was like, "Oh, thank you so
Wait, so you were the girl who had to drop the money?
much." But I gave up like dropping it and walking by because it was like really hard to like accidentally drop $100
Yeah,
randomly. So I
yeah.
ended up
Like
just
after a while,
throwing.
it's like,
Exactly. So I ended up just plopping three around campus, but in a spot that I could sit and watch them all at once. And I just recorded them all from a distance.
mm,
So that's what we ended up
yeah.
doing for majority of it. But it was still so cool. Like I would do it for fun.
I feel like I feel like I would have done like the fake, like putting something in my bag. Like I have my one of my bags here, and I'm like, I would have been like tilted on the
Seriously,
floor.
yeah.
And like, oh no, 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 no. And then like started picking things up and then like just accidentally forgot the money
Yeah,
and see if
right.
someone's like, oh my god, you dropped this, or like
Oopsie.
they're like, score.
Yeah, literally. Thank God. There was one kid who picked it up, looked at it, and he was like, ugh, and like threw because he realized it was fake. Because it looks very here, I think I have it.
Oh my god, that's great.
It looks very real, but when you look at it closely, like just
Yeah,
pulling it like this, like that's fake.
you could,
And
yeah. It's a
and it
little
has like
too
a
it's a little too new.
right, but it says right up top, where does it say? Wait.
Like not,
Oh yeah, like this is not legal. Like this thing says it's
oh,
like not legal.
that's probably what they looked at.
Yeah, totally. But I was like, that's so funny.
Oh my
I
god.
got a whole
That's
bunch of them.
is that like is that dumb to say? Like I haven't seen like US money in like a hot sec.
True. What does a euro look like?
I don't have any in here in my bag.
Oh,
I left it all upstairs.
you used them all.
Low key. Low key, I just broke like the last of my euros today. So I need to
Oh,
definitely go get more,
totes.
but oh, Caddy's poor.
Oh,
But she's
Caddy, it's
having a
okay.
great time.
That's all that matters, Caddy. Yay!
It's such like I will say like it's such an emotional roller coaster
Oh, I can
because it's
imagine.
like some like the weekends like when you're going somewhere you're like on a high and then like you're
Yeah.
home and like you don't really have much planned after like a week of like
Mhm.
doing so much and you're on like a
Yeah.
low and then you're like oh my god I have no money. Then you're like oh my god but I just planned a trip and then you're like oh my god wait let's just go out to dinner anyway and get gelato.
Oh my god, the
Yeah,
bank.
and then you're like, oh, I'm gonna do really good and like buy groceries this week. And then you're like,
Oh.
ooh, but I went out yesterday, so like the money dropped. You're like,
Dinner.
yeah, then you're like, but let's have a girls' night.
How
So
many nights a week would you say you go out to dinner?
ooh, not a lot, honestly. Not as much as you think
Oh,
I do.
really?
Yeah.
So do you cook
Um,
like in your dorm?
cook, understatement. I do
Yeah.
my fair share of my big top meals here are like I make myself a sandwich, which I don't really count as cooking. But I
Mhm.
make myself a sandwich. I either make pasta, I make like avocado toast, like eggs.
Mhm.
Um,
Okay.
what else do I make myself? I really don't make myself much. I will like cook like French fries and like chicken nuggets.
That's fun.
Um,
More than I can do.
literally nothing special. I literally came here with the
Yeah.
mindset because food is so cheap here
Mhm.
that I came here with the mindset if I was like, I'm gonna cook every day. I'm
Yeah.
gonna be a chef when I come back. Cause especially like I know we're trying to get a dorm next year that has a kitchen to like cook.
Right. Yeah.
But then I was like, by the time I get to dinner, I'm exhausted.
Yeah. Right.
Exhausted. I'm like, ugh, please.
Mhm. Yeah.
I'm like,
I done it too.
please. I'm like, I'd
Yeah.
rather just make my like quick 5 minute pasta and just be done
Oh,
with.
100%. I don't blame you at all.
But yeah, I feel like on that note, hang on, there's people passing, and then we'll end this episode. But yeah. Okay, anyway, roomies, thank you so much for watching another episode of Roommate Rewind. Yay!
Thanks for sticking with us when we just disappeared for like a month.
Low key,
Oops.
our last episode actually got mad views. We got mad views, and everybody's been
What
loving
was
the
it?
Caddy Abroad content. It was the episode with Ashley.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I've been loving
So
the Caddy Abroad videos. They're so fun.
yeah. So definitely keep watching the videos because they're fun and we make them fun.
Yeah.
And if you see stuff that if you see stuff that you like, definitely comment to let us know because
Absolutely.
then that makes it more exciting for us. And
Yeah.
obviously with that, the cleaning crew's coming. So we gotta
Seriously.
run.
They're like, get out of here, bitch.
They're cleaning this up. They're finishing this up. They're like, girl, get out. They're kicking me
Yeah,
out.
we're closed.
So
Goodbye.
we'll see you on another episode of Roommate Rewind. You know where to watch us. We're on YouTube, Spotify, TikTok, Instagram, other places.
Yeah.
Other places
We're
I can't think of right
overseas.
now. We're overseas right now. So, Roommate Rewind overboard. Should that be the thumbnail? We're so goofy. Okay, I'm
I
stuck.
am delusional. It's not even late. Like, it's early for
Oh my
me.
god. I know.
Uh,
For you, it's crazy.
It's not even 4 p.m. and I'm like, me.
For you, that's crazy. Me, I like still have
Mhm.
to shower, like pack for tomorrow. Like, ugh. But I don't
Fabulous.
think I said bye, roomies, but bye.